with the Baltimore Ravens. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the 31, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 2. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he'll swing this out to Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down. Now it's Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Ravens 14, Broncos 10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
On first down, Dobbins. Bryce Hall there defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Jackson. Touchdown. It's complete. Mark Andrews. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Broncos 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he checks this one down to Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
57. Watch the end. Switch.
They'll look to throw. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Here's Jackson. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Dobbins It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second down and goal. Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's third and goal now. Here's third and goal now. Back at the 11. Jackson now. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Ravens 28, Broncos 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Broncos 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On first down, Dobbins, and down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Jackson looking to throw on third. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
You better be afraid of me. You 19 tight, 19 tight. 48 Mike, 48 Mike.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check. 70 range. Mike 48, Mike 48. Here we go. Right there. Hurt. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch that. 69.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it go again. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Carter for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Broncos 17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
On first down, Dobbins, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. And
for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.